When the people weren't here, I can send you slides later on if I use them. Step one, when earlier on, Olga and Samir were talking about their businesses, okay, and they were going to great detail about what they're doing with their business ideas. What was going on through my head, which they didn't particularly mention at all, actually? The
key aspects, where the sales coming from.
Yeah. Okay, so they didn't mention, really. They didn't mention M for marketing, yeah, and they didn't mention, more importantly, very much about F for finance. How many units, how much price, what's the gross margin, what's the gross profit, what's the turnover, what's the return on investment, da, da, da. The really interesting thing, and this isn't a pop at you guys at all, it's quite the reverse. The really interesting thing is anyone you talk to, when you put any proposition in front of them, okay, the first thing they come up with, and the first thing that we go on about with endlessly is about the finance thing. If I was to ask any of you to how good your business is, we'd straight away have turnover. What were the sort of financial measures you'd have? I feel at a business school we shouldn't even be doing this. Turnover, yeah, what else?
Profits.
Yeah, what else? Growth, yeah, what else?
Investment requirement,
what else? What's the most important thing?
Cash.
Thank you very much. Who said that? Who said cash? Cash is the most important thing, okay? Cash is the thing which will make you go bust, okay? Cash is the thing which will make you go insolvent. We are about to see more people going bust than we've ever seen go bust before. Why? Because they've got through the recession, they've maxed out their credit card, they've not bought a new car, they've not bought a new house, they've delayed everything. But now, well, in 12 to 18 months' time, when the economy actually turns around, when they need to buy more stuff, when they need to buy more stock, when they need to buy more bodies, they won't have the cash to make it happen. So that's when you're going to see even more bankruptcies than you've ever seen before, okay? And it is, the financial measure, we all talk about all the different financials, okay, but the financial one, the big one is cash. And my friend Paul Barrow, if you remember Paul Barrow, yeah, would be saying, finance is the engine of the business, cash flow makes the business go round, finance is the most important, the most sexy thing in the world. What I like to do more than anything else is get myself a set of accounts and go into a dark and damp room and look at those accounts and get joy and gratification from what's in those accounts, which is what turns many accountants on. But the actual reality for most of us is that it's not about the finance. So it's not just about the finance, it's about the finance and about the marketing. What do we mean by marketing? Promotion and?
Well, understanding the marketplace, first of all.
Understanding how the marketplace works and? Opportunities and? Customers. Marketing, okay, I was waiting for the identifying customer needs quote. Marketing is all about this. This is my customer, okay? This is your customer. I'm looking for Russian art, yeah? Marketing is all about and only about, yeah, why should they bother to buy from you? Yeah, marketing, the word marketing shouldn't be used. We don't do, my business doesn't do marketing consultancy. We don't use the word marketing. We use the word revenue generation, yeah? Because marketing is about making sales. Making sales is about making money. If you're not making sales, then your marketing is just an interesting hobby. It's an interesting activity that you're doing, okay? So it's got to be locked into generating revenue. And tons of people, when you say, how good's your marketing, they say, oh, we had 10,000 hits on our website last month and we've got, oh, yeah, but how many sales did you make? Because if you didn't make any sales, you're not going to. So there are as many measures of finance as there are of marketing. Measures of marketing are repeat business, referrals. Part of it will be the number of hits on your website. Part of it will be how you're perceived by your customers, how you're perceived by your competitors. And you can give yourself a score out of 10 for your financial performance, and you can give yourself a score out of 10 for your marketing performance. So now we've got two pieces. We've got marketing, which is get the customers, and we've got finance, which is get the money. So get the customers, get the money. What's the bit that's missing? Product. Yeah, doing the doing. I'll call it operations. Okay, but doing the doing, which is selecting the right artwork, putting that artwork up on the website so that people recognise it. When people click and buy on it, oof, the artwork arrives on their doorstep in perfect condition, and they go, yes, this is fantastic. Yeah. Operations is, oh, we really like the look of this video. It's perfect for my school. We're doing this for an A-level. They click on the button and woozy, by DVD or streamed or by whatever method, the right product arrives on my screen, and when we watch it, it's what we were expecting. Probably exceeds our expectation. Okay, operations is the doing. And for only the businesses in the room, you've got finance, marketing, and operations, and the whole piece is a juggle. So it's marketing, get the customers. Operations, do the doing. Finance, collect the money. It is as simple as that. It is sell, make, collect, sell, make. And as long as you keep all the balls in the air, there is no problem, okay? The problem comes when you kind of start losing out and you drop balls. Most of us are really great at one or two of these things. In fact, most of us are really great at operations. In fact, probably everyone in this room, apart from maybe your original job, are really good at doing. I love making films. I make the best films in the world. You wouldn't believe how good my films are, yeah. And in John's days when he had a real job, it was, the computers that we sell. We use, we've got a new piece of software called Word 1, and it's fantastic. It does all kinds of things with you. It's way better than Word Perfect. I remember you trying to sell it to me. And I was going, saying it would never take off. Can't see a way. I've got my Word Perfect. Why would I want anything else, So John and I do actually go back quite a long way. And Lotus 1, 2, 3. I said, I'm not getting rid of my Lotus 1, 2, 3. He said, no, there's this new product called Excel. It'll never take off. Not a hope in hell. Here's the point. A couple of points here, right? First, we're all obsessed with finance, or rather our bankers, accountants, consultants and mentors tend to be obsessed with finance. But finance is simply a consequence of how good you are at marketing, going and getting the customers and getting them to buy from you, because that's what it's about, and how good you are at delivering the deliverable. Okay? So if you are lousy at marketing, in other words, nobody knows about you and you don't know who they are and you don't know how to reach them, and even when they find you, you're not terribly interesting, yeah? They're not going to buy from you. And on top of that, if your operations is pretty poor, like you take ages to get round to sending the stuff out to them, and when you do send it to them, you've not wrapped it up properly so it's damaged, and when they phone to grumble about the fact they've received a damaged picture, you don't really care. So if you're lousy at marketing and lousy at operations, hey, surprise, surprise, your finance would be lousy. On the other hand, if you were stunningly great at marketing, and you were stunningly great at operations, then your finance would be really, really fantastic. So that's the model. Simple as that. Of course, finance is not a ball of equal size. Finance is more like juggling with one of these. And the really interesting thing about juggling with one of these would be what? What do you think I'd focus on more now? That. Okay. And this is exactly what happens to us. In a recession, in front of the banker, in front of the consultant, in front of the whatever it is, everyone becomes really, really fixated, really, really fixated. I'm very, very good at juggling with this. I'm very good. Everyone gets fixated on the finance, okay. But finance is simply a consequence of how good you are at marketing and operations. So the actual focus, inevitably becomes, I'm not going to drop the finance, I'm not going to drop the finance, I'm not going to drop the finance. So I've held on to the operations. So my first business was a restaurant, and this means the menu's up to date, the costs up to date, the Z totals on the tills are up to date. Operations, we've got the best food served by the best people in the world with the freshest ingredients. It's so wonderful, yeah? Unfortunately, marketing is pants. No one's heard of us, no one knows about us, we have no reputation, and that, in my book, is a dead business. And conversely, had we kept the marketing but dropped the operations, in other words, all the money's up to date, the marketing's the best marketing in the world, we've got queues of people coming in through the door, you can't stop the queues of people. But the operations is absolutely dreadful. I've got not enough staff, and the ones that I have got colds, and they don't wash their hands when they handle the food. And the rest of the staff are in the toilet because they've got dysentery, but they're coming out and they're still serving people, and I've got really rude people working. That wouldn't be sustainable. So, how do you tell how good your business is? This is the bit we're getting to. Bless you. Bless you. How do you tell? It's all right, okay, you see everyone's moving their way across the room a bit. How do you tell how good your business is? Scores out of 10, where 10's a high score, for your financial performance, your marketing performance, and your operations performance. Okay. And your mentors could, for instance, on a monthly basis, as businesses start trading, just say, score out of 10 for finance, marketing, operation, before we get the conversation going. And you go, finance is 4 because we still haven't got that funding in place. Marketing's 8 because we've just been invited in to see. Operations is 6 because the project still keeps falling over. And it's a great snapshot to actually make it down.